So Fabio Wardley and Fraser Clarke, I would say boxed their way to a split decision draw, but absolutely brutalised each other on the way to a split decision draw. As I said in my pre-fight preview, I said the least likely outcome for this was a draw. So we got that one massively wrong, didn't we? I predicted a Fabio late to mid-round stoppage, and it looked like he was on his way to that with with the knockdown. There was a lot of things early on in this fight that set the pattern for what we had later on. Fabio came out putting everything behind every shot. He was clearly working on, which was interesting because he threw it over and over again. He was looking for the right hand over Fraser Clarke's jab, and he went for it on numerous occasions, which is interesting because it's the exact shot that you saw Joshua working on the pads with Ben Davison before the Ngannou fight, and it's the shot that led to the second knockdown. And Fabio, he tried this, I forget how many times he tried this, but yeah, and it didn't really work that often. Funnily enough, the knockdown came with that same shot, but as a lot shorter version of that shot. But yeah, Fabio just wasted so much energy with everything, every shot he threw, trying to take Fraser Clarke's head off. And Fraser Clarke won quite a bit of the early fight, quite easily, comfortably, with his far greater skills, far greater schooling, far greater technique, far greater experience and skills learned from the amateur game and all that. The gulf in sort of technical ability and class was kind of clear early on. Fraser was far better, wasn't he? Far better polished, just a far better boxer, far better technician, as you'd expect for someone with his amateur pedigree and background. But by the end, I did think that Wardley would end up getting stopped on the stool or retiring in the corner at one point. I thought his face, they wouldn't let him out at some point and they would just end it there. Turned into an absolutely brutal war. Then Fabio's face was a mess, as is kind of going to happen a lot for his career, and his face is going to end up a mess. But great fight. I've got to be honest, I started out with the intention to score it, but wasn't really scoring because I just get too carried away as a fan in that one. So judges' scorecards, I don't know. Did anyone see the 3 warnings for the low blow? I did mention the low blows in my preview, but I didn't see because he said 3, didn't he? Like, you've done it 3 times. Now, it's all right I didn't see him get warned twice. I saw him take the point once, but you've got to be warned twice for the low blows and then take a point, haven't you? You can't the referee can't observe 3 low blows, take the point, low blows, and then take the point on the third one, essentially. But I'm not too sure. I have to rewatch that. But I sort of thought, and I said in this preview, that I thought that the size of the fight in Fabio was greater than the size in Fraser Clarke, but Fraser Clarke's fight was equal. And let's remember, Fraser Clarke was the older man, so you can say this was a bigger, more heroic performance almost by Fraser Clarke, and Fraser Clarke gets all the respect in the world from me with that, because he showed bigger balls than Wardley. They're equal, weren't they, in that degree? And he was the older man, but he was struggling at the end. By the end of the bell, he just basically collapsed in the corner through sheer exhaustion, almost quite worrying for a minute. You thought, is there something wrong? But yeah, we get the draw. And we'll get a return, no doubt, which will be great. I expect Fabio to be better second time around once he watches that. But yeah, could we have asked for any more than that? I don't think so. Great fight. Further down the card, let's talk about Ben Whittaker quickly. I look at Ben Whittaker, and he's obviously very naturally talented, but the style and the way he approaches the way he does it is only going to go so far. He's going to have to go and do things technically better, because I forget his name, the area champion he was boxing against, he certainly came in, I think, knowing who he was going in against and knowing the stage he was on, kind of come in maybe thinking he was a bit of just an opponent. We're not really having the belief, might have affected his confidence to a degree. And as the fight went on, he kind of got his confidence. Early on, he made the mistake. I'm never a fan of fighters who use the shoulder roll, which means their jab hand is right down by the floor, by the waist. And that's great. That's more effective up close. But from range, you still get hit with the straight shots, and Whittaker was still able to land those straight punches on him at will. And there was times when Whittaker's doing the showboat and the sort of the bullet time matrixy defense, sweeping away, that he very rarely gets hit like that. It's when he's not doing that. It's like he concentrates on that stuff more. When he's just doing the orthodox stuff, he kind of looked ordinary at times and got hit at times, and he didn't look like he carried really any power. And when you say, oh no, I got hit because I watched everyone. I got a chin. No, you didn't. You got hit. You got caught and you got timed and you got hit. I like him. I don't. To me personally, the showboat and all the antics, I don't care. I'm not averse to, but I don't like it. I don't dislike it. I don't really care. But he's only going to go so far boxing like that, and exposed, no, but holes in his game, yes, showed tonight. I forget his name, but fair play to the other lad that he boxed, and he boxed quite well at the end, and he started to land good shots. Started to land the uppercut well, but yeah, Ben Whittaker. You didn't expect that, did you? You expected the cleaner performance than that. So unless it was just an off night or whatever, or put it down to something, but I do think because there's a lack of power and because you posed problems tonight. I mean, look, when we talk about this, we compare this to the highest level, to almost a complete fighter. So he's still young and he won unanimously, comfortably. But in terms of if we break the performance down, look at the nuances, then there was holes and there was a few issues there, weren't there? But we'll go over this more in the week when we get back to work after the bank holiday. But little quick reaction. I'll see you all soon. I'm out.